Ayun na nga. So, the story today is about the story of the Golden Buddha. The Golden Buddha was, all the Golden Buddha was thought to be the clay Buddha for a long time, for 100 years, parang ganyan. And it was discovered when the king of Thailand was about to build a new road, and it will pass through the monastery. So they had to move the clay Buddha to another place. When they were moving it, they heard a crack, and so they were afraid that they would damage the Buddha, and so they just placed it at the side of the road, and just put like a cover, kasi the rains would be coming and all that, and it's getting dark. And so that night, parang one of the monks from the monastery went out to check the damage of to the Buddha, and lo and behold, when he was doing the flashlight thingy, parang he saw the light bounce off, and parang there's a reflection. So he was thinking to himself, if it was clay, hindi ganun, no? So the next day, they found, to their amazement, that it was not really a clay Buddha. After chiseling out, the clay covering, they saw that it was a golden Buddha. So the story goes that there was a time 100 years ago when some bad guys went to the monastery, and while the monastery was under attack, the monks covered the golden Buddha with clay, so that the bad guys will not steal the golden Buddha. So the story goes that after the bad guys killed everybody in the monastery, the guys from the town, they realized that the clay Buddha that was there is really golden. And it took them 100 years before they realized that what was staring at them right in their eyes was really golden, not clay. So I guess the story about the Golden Buddha is a story about discovering. They took out the cover. To discover is to remove the cover. And a lot of us, students, people who we mentor, ourselves also, we don't really know our real worth, our real self. So we thought, or we think of ourselves as covered with clay, or we think of ourselves as clay because we don't know our real worth deep inside. And sometimes we need to be flashed with light. Sometimes we need to be chiseled, and the chiseling process sometimes is painful. It transforms us, and therefore everything that transforms us makes us different from who we were before. And syempre, when we go out of our comfort zone, it's painful. And so I think the story of the Golden Buddha is about the story of transformation and realizing who you really are deep inside, and being ready to discover who you really are. Sa mga companies naman, I think it's also appropriate, no, in the sense that when you are trying to go through a storm like this pandemic, for example, when you go through the storm like this, it's like also trying to chisel your way out to your golden self, kasi we don't know who we really are unless we go through this painful transformation. Sometimes we think of ourselves as not really as clay, but something different than our true self. Sabi nga sa sa Buddhism is our true self is our true Buddha nature. But in the case of the companies, for example, we go through a lot of pain in transforming ourselves. Lalo na pag may bagong mga tao sa companies, sometimes you would inject ideas, and some of the older people might not like that, diba? So yung process of transforming into your own golden self might be painful at the beginning. So, but when you really would look beyond the horizon and see for yourself that you really need the struggle. Yun yung end bottom line message dito. You really need the struggle, you need the chiseling in order for you to discover your own self. Whether you're a company, whether you're an individual person, you really have to go through the process. No? So the struggle, though it is real, is needed. You know, you don't parang si Paulo Coelho, you don't cut the butterfly trying to free itself from the cocoon. You don't cut the thread, because that caterpillar or that butterfly about to be a butterfly needs the struggle. And if you cut even a thread from that struggle, akala mo lang you're helping, no, but in reality you will not be helping, because in the end the butterfly about to transform will lose the faculty of flying. I mean, eventually he will never fly. So he needs the struggle, he needs the chiseling up, he needs to discover his own self. So here's to you discovering yourself. Here's to us understanding our real worth. Here's to us understanding who we really are. Peace out.